Tim.
Hopkins trying to pour it on here, and again, that peekaboo style.
Good left hooks to the body by Johnson, and a good right hand to the head by Hopkins. Now Johnson's becoming more aggressive.
Well, that's what his corner wanted from him, starting with his jab. His trainer, Pat Burns, saying, you know, you look like you're afraid of him. You're not getting that jab to make contact. Touch him with it. Again, Hopkins firing that right uppercut lead.
Hopkins has very accurate hands, Tim. Puts his punches together well.
Step back, one step. Back,
good defense.
He's been forcing the fight through the first 3 rounds. We have him up 3-zip at this point in our card. Knocked down so far. Good combination by Hopkins. 2 quick hands landed.
But again, Johnson now keeps burying that left hook underneath. That could have an effect if this fight goes any distance.
2 good left hands to the body. Hopkins backs him up with a combination.
There's the jab that Hopkins is throwing. That's what Johnson should be doing. He throws that jab so he's in the front and out the back. Good stiff jab by Hopkins. That sets up everything else.
He's been getting off first with all of his punches. Under a minute to go in round 4.
Set the hook, Glenn. Let it go. Don't let it short. Let it go.
Johnson has not led the pace in the fight at any point so far. He's been waiting to counter. With the right-hand lead. Hopkins over the top, and then he comes back with the left to the body.
Fighting with a lot of confidence, Hopkins is, Tim. A lot of confidence.
Smiling here. Looking like he's enjoying it here in the 4th round. Under 30 seconds we go.
Showing every punch in the book. Every punch in the book.
Short with those. Johnson blocking them with his gloves. The last exchange, but again, Johnson not firing back. He's backing up. Hopkins keeps the pressure on. His mom Shirley on the right, and they're pleased with what they've seen so far through 4 rounds, and we've given every round to the champion. Johnson just not aggressive enough, and Hopkins hasn't let up his tempo right from the opening bell.
He's in his zone, Tim. He's in his zone. Good balance, puts his punches together. Just doing everything right now. And to Johnson's credit, he's hung in there. He's going to have to land a big punch now to really get back into this fight.
We described Hopkins as the best of the champions, and the others in the WBC, Keith Holmes, an American, and William Joppy of the U.S. is the WBA champion. The less regarded WBO, Lonnie Bradley, another American.
Time out. Go over here real quick. Tight up. You over there in that neutral corner. Real quick.
A loose lace on the boot of Glenn Johnson. And the referee, Pat Russell, stopping time in order for that to be tightened up so he doesn't trip on it. We're back in action here in round number 5, scheduled for 12. Hopkins just keeps the pressure on.
Johnson is punching back, Tim, but to no effect whatsoever.
He's got to force the issue at some point because he's been letting Hopkins lead the entire fight.
And you can see him holding on the inside, Johnson.
Undefeated challenger Glenn Johnson, 22 KOs and 32 wins, but he knows that uppercut of Hopkins.
Johnson's going to have to get off first at some time during this fight. Right now it's getting to be target practice for Hopkins. Look at that snappy jab of Hopkins. That's what I call a good left jab. That's once you do that, you can feint off the jab and set up anything else.
No reaching, no reaching.
Under a minute remaining in round number 5. Hopkins gets a warning for a low blow, but it was a good counter left to the body. He just fired it so quickly that it did wind up low, and he got a warning.
There you go, keep it out there. Sip it.
There's a couple of stiff jabs by Johnson. That's what he's going to have to do to stay in this fight.
Where you going with it?
short, sharp right by Hopkins bothered Johnson. He's backed him into the Johnson corner. Johnson into that good peekaboo defensive style here against the assault from Hopkins, but he is backing up, and there's an uppercut that wobbled him. Hopkins pours it on.
Talk about a guy being conditioned. And Hopkins is certainly spending a lot of energy, letting it all hang out.
Hopkins going all out here in the fifth, but Johnson makes it to the bell. And shakes his head at his corner like he's all right. They're both well-conditioned athletes, and Johnson has to be against this furious assault from the champion Hopkins. You're looking into the corner of the champion Bernard Hopkins.
Look at the baby. It's been inspired. It's been inspired. He's shortened his shot up a little bit inside. Give a little flank.
Back into that action in round 5.
All-out assault by Bernard Hopkins, Tim. There's that right hand, left hook. Right hand, another left hook, uppercut, left hook, right hand, left hook. What conditioning on this Hopkins. He's sitting down in the corner now, Tim. Fresh as a daisy. Seems that way anyhow.
Well, and for Johnson's part, excellent condition as well, or he'd be on the canvas by now.
I think just about anybody else would be. He must take a tremendous punch, and again, he's in excellent condition.
But through 5, the champion has had his way against the unbeaten challenger, Glenn Johnson. There's Bernard Hopkins.
Johnson's slow leaving the corner.
Into round number 6. Hopkins, perhaps with a lot to prove here. National television exposure, still angry at his former promoter, Butch Lewis, winning a contract dispute, or at least the ability to get out of his existing contract with Butch Lewis. Got out of it last May. Now the new management, new promotion. Others always like to prove to the guys that are gone that they made a mistake.
That's it. Let's go.
Johnson is starting to let that right hand go now, Tim. And again, if Bernard Hopkins gets a little too confident, he could walk right into one. This is what they said in the corner, let him walk into it. There's that dangerous uppercut again by Hopkins.
You mean it's dangerous both ways. It can do damage, but it leaves him open. Huh?
Absolutely. I'll never forget when Buster Douglas fought against the Evander Holyfield. Got knocked cold.
There you go, do it. Put it together. Double up on your step, Glenn. Work your step, work your foot. That's it. Bring it out. Bring it out. Bring the hook.
Now Bernard's mouth is starting to open up a little bit, because he did spend an awful lot of energy. Tremendous amount of energy.
He set a tremendous pace right from the opening bell. He came out as though he wanted to take Johnson out of the right of way. And he has kept trying through 5. We're in round 6.
There's a good left hook thrown by Johnson. Not landed, but he threw it with bad intentions.
Come on, man. He's losing. Let's go. Put it together.
Johnson looking to do some damage here and suddenly stop Hopkins in his tracks. We're in under a minute to go in the 6th. Johnson has been unable to do that so far.
Again, Johnson took a chance with that right hand, trying to throw it over the jab.
Step punch. Watch your head. Step out. There we go.
All right, let's set him up. Set him up. Stop that jab. There you go. There's the hook, man. The jab. The body hook.
Hopkins a knockout.
Good right hand again by Hopkins, right on the chin.
He's a knockout puncher. He has 24 KOs in his 31 victories. But so far, even though he's dominated this fight, he hasn't been able to make the stoppage against Glenn Johnson. He may wind up getting a little frustrated as this fight continues. Final seconds of round 6. We're at the Fantasy Springs Casino in Indio, California for the IBF Middleweight Championship. Tim Ryan and Gil Clancy watching Bernard Hopkins in gold, the champion, against Glenn Johnson. We've given every round to the champion Hopkins, but 2 well-conditioned boxers. Johnson has taken a lot of punishment and is still standing there, trying to turn this fight around somehow, but Hopkins has not let up on his pace. He has been forcing the issue right from the opening bell.
Last round, though, Tim, was the first time that Hopkins showed signs of being a little weary because, again, now he's fighting with his mouth wide open.
Backing up into a defensive position rather than forcing the issue. So let's see what happens here. Now we're into the 7th. Whether Johnson, who is obviously also in great shape, can somehow turn this around. He takes a right hand. That got his attention. Hopkins. Johnson missing, and Hopkins, sensing he hurt Johnson, comes back with an inside combination.
Nice short punches on the inside by Hopkins.
He's resting a little bit more flat-footed here in the 7th. And Johnson step it up somehow. As Johnson who elects to clinch.
There you go, that's good.